Now straight to the details. Thank you for taking the time to join us. Residents in different parts of the country have been noting that the government's crackdown on illicit and substandard alcoholic beverages is already helping restore order in communities where young people had increasingly become dependent on locally made brews. William Evans Mutabazi with more on that.
Fumbwe sector in Rwamagana district, residents say illicit alcohol had become a serious problem in the community. 3 people in the area died after consuming substandard alcohol. Now, as the government moved to eliminate such drinks, residents say the situation is changing, with fewer people gathering in the drinking spots that had become common meeting places. We've learned to report illicit drugs wherever they are found or still being sold. We have been suffering and failing to meet basic needs because of these alcoholic beverages. Yes, there are people we lost due to these alcoholic beverages in this area. Particularly in this village, we lost 2 people. Since the government launched this fight, the security has also improved greatly because we do not have drunkards fighting or causing commotion. In the recent past, I would struggle with sleeping because drunkards would be making a lot of noise and causing commotion, but now we sleep peacefully. Residents say that drinks not only affect their health, but also undermine household incomes and slow development. They say some people are still struggling with the effects of alcohol dependence. Those that still have them are suffering a mindset issue. Some had stocked them up and are still hiding them in their houses, but we know that our leadership is also awake and monitoring all this. Rwanda National Police spokesperson SCP Boniface Rutikanga is warning people who may still be keeping the illicit alcohol in their homes. To everyone who thinks they will keep some of these beverages hidden and continue selling them, that's a big lie. Like I explained earlier, you cannot hide smoke from a burning house. We shall use all our resources and skills to find each one of these. Minister of Local Government Dominic Habimana is calling on residents to work with authorities to help eliminate the sale and consumption of substandard alcohol. We are encouraging all residents to stop consuming these products and those with them to hand them over because it is the only right thing to do. This is our responsibility as citizens and we should continue working together. Authorities are continuing operations to remove the illicit drinks from homes, bars and other places where they are being sold. People who had already bought these drinks for weddings or other events before the ban are being encouraged to surrender them and use legally approved alternatives.
Members of the RPF in Kotanyi who attended the Provincial General Assembly in the Southern Province have acknowledged that the achievements recorded during the 2025-2026 fiscal year were made possible by the country's good governance under the leadership of the chairman of the party, President Paul Kagame. They vowed to continue preserving the country's legacy and positive values that place citizens at the forefront of development. Adam Squizera with the details.
The General Assembly brought together representatives from various levels of the RPF in Kotanyi in the Southern Province. Discussions focused on reviewing achievements made during the 2025-2026 and outlining priorities for the new 2026-2027, all aimed at supporting party members and citizens in general to contribute to Rwanda's vision of becoming a developed country across all sectors. Members representing others at the meeting said they would continue to uphold the country's heritage and cultural values while working to become catalysts for development in their communities. The chairperson of the RPF in Kotanyi in the Southern Province and the governor of the province, Kaitesi Alice, said they appreciate the achievements made through the contribution of the party members, including increased agriculture and livestock production, improved infrastructure, and progress in social welfare. She said these areas will continue to receive attention. The Deputy Secretary General of the RPF in Kotanyi, Gasana Stephen, urged leaders attending the General Assembly to take the message discussed back to the people they represented. He also said that the first responsibility of every party members is to live in solidarity with fellow members, noting that this is one of the values that should characterize RPF Inkotanyi members. He urged members to pay attention to challenges affecting people in different communities, saying that meaningful progress cannot be achieved while citizens continue to face unresolved problems. He called for collective efforts to find solutions and urged members not to stand by when others are facing difficulties. He also urged on members to make the most opportunities created by the country's policies. The RPF Inkotanyi General Assembly in Southern Province adopted various resolutions with a particular focus on agriculture, infrastructure, health, and social welfare. Among the achievements highlighted during the year were an increase in party membership with more than 11,000 new members, an increase of maize productivity from 3 tons to 8.3 tons per hectare, helping citizens graduate from poverty, increased potato production, and the development of storage facilities. The General Assembly was held under the theme "A Capable Member to Safeguard the RPF Inkotanyi Vision for the Next 30 Years."
Lottery Club Kigali Virunga has launched a fundraising campaign to raise $5 million to acquire a SPECT scanner, a specialized machine used in the diagnosis of treatment of different types of cancer. The campaign was launched during Sunday's Car-Free Day activities, with participants taking part in a walk to raise awareness. William Evans Mutavazi with more.
The walk started at BK Arena, passing through Gisementi Gishushu and Kigali Convention Center, before ending at Kigali Heights, where participants joined other Car-Free Day activities. Rwandans and international participants joined the campaign, saying cancer continues to affect families and communities. Where I went to school, we lost a student to cancer. Part of the why could be that the student was unable to access medical attention. I feel this is a huge problem affecting many people in our society, and that is why I chose to be part of this campaign against cancer.
Murino Walk for Cancer.
And I call upon everyone in Rwanda, wherever you are, anywhere, please come and support these people. They are really doing a very good cause because people are dying of cancer. So your help, the work, the money you put there, everything is supporting at least someone out there. It's international. Anyone, even if you come from America, everywhere, our organization is international. So it benefits everyone. Yeah.
The World Health Organization estimates that cancer remains a major health burden in Rwanda, with breast cancer and cervical cancers among the leading cancers affecting women, while prostate cancer is among the leading cancer affecting men. The Ministry of Health says the proposed SPECT scanner would strengthen Rwanda's capacity to diagnose and treat cancer locally. This machine will help in the fight against cancer. Cancer is not only a disease for the rich or the poor, it is a disease for us all, but working together we can fight against it. I therefore thank you that in our uniqueness as a country, we are trying to find a solution. The entire Africa has less than 7 of these machines, and therefore, once we buy it, we shall save a lot of money from sending people abroad for treatment and use it for internal development. The city of Kigali says it supports the campaign, describing improved access to specialized cancer services as an important investment in public health. We also want to thank Rotary Club for how they participated in this Car-Free Day and the campaign to acquire this machine. As the city of Kigali, we are in full support of this, and we are readily available whenever you will need our support. Rotary Club Kigali Virunga's campaign comes alongside another fundraising initiative by Rotary Club Kigali Golf, which is seeking to raise $250,000 to purchase a homilium laser medical system. The system is used in the treatment of certain prostate conditions and removing kidney stones. The two initiatives are part of a broader effort to strengthen access to specialized medical services in Rwanda and reduce the need for patients to seek treatment abroad.
Employment among young people with disabilities in Kirehe district of the Eastern Province remains below 2%, raising concerns over their access to economic opportunities. Authorities there say they are working to increase employment, while people with disabilities say they still have to deal with perceptions that wrongfully deny them the opportunities they need to make a living. William Evans Mutabazi once more.
People with the disabilities' access to employment has opened the door to greater economic independence and participation in their communities. But in rural areas, finding work remains a big challenge. Some of the investors come in our area, for example, in the agricultural sector, and while giving opportunities, they consider people like me unable. They usually consider people without disabilities, and that makes us miss out on such opportunities. Sometimes you hear people saying that I gave my clothes to a tailor but they failed to make the right design I wanted, and there is no way a person with disability can make it based on their physical appearance or condition. One organization, Uwezo, is working to connect children and young people with disabilities to employment opportunities in the private sector. The organization says it has so far linked more than 3,000 people across 13 districts to opportunities, while encouraging employers to create more inclusive workplaces. From the discussions we had, it's clear that young people with disabilities are willing and able to work. Our desire is that the doors are equally opened for us all so that we work peacefully and safely. In Kirehe, fewer than 2% of people with disabilities are currently employed. The district's executive secretary, Richard Hijiro, says the figure is concerning and outlines measures being taken to improve access to jobs. Like we discussed, you find that oftentimes among the private sector, entrepreneurs and even the government, we haven't set specific goals or targets, like saying that probably 10% or less of all the opportunities are available for people with disabilities. But on another note, we are also working very hard to encourage people living with disabilities to be bold enough and creative and apply for jobs and opportunities presented to them, including financial services. Kirehe district has more than 14,200 people with disabilities, but only around 300 are currently employed. The figures highlight the gap between Rwanda's efforts to promote inclusion and employment opportunities available to people with disabilities, particularly in rural areas.
Thank you for joining us for this edition of the news. Until next time, my name is Serge Nore. Goodbye.